So here I have the JBL Charge 5 and here is my Yamaha DGX660. And you might be thinking, what do these two have in common? Well, I have something interesting to share with you in this video. You see, this JBL Charge 5 is about 250 Canadian dollars and the DGX660 is around $1,000 Canadian. And there is a difference between these two, which is probably the opposite of what you expect. But first, let's go over the Charge 5. It's got a cloth-like perforated material all around, but the speakers are actually only firing out of the front. The bottom is a flat rubberized bottom, so if you put it down, it sits pretty firmly. And then above that, you have a power indicator showing how much battery life you have left. You have a black out big JBL logo. And then the buttons here. This one is a pairing mode. It's paired with multiple other speakers, so you can have kind of like a stereo sound. The next one is volume down, then you have a power button, Bluetooth, pairing mode, volume up button, and play and pause. In the back, it's got a Type-C charge port, which is orange inside, kind of following the JBL theme color. And then underneath this water-resistant flap, you have a USB port. It's also got some pretty good weight to it, so it definitely feels like a premium speaker. It has a very good feel in the hand. It's pretty large. I'm 6 foot. So that gives you roughly an idea of how big my hands are, and this is kind of how big it looks. I'm not going to go over exact dimensions because I don't think that's very important. Now, what you've all been waiting for, that surprising difference between the Charge 5 and the Yamaha DGX660. This $1,000 piano has two speakers, one on the left and one on the right. They are 6 watts. The bass is decent, but nothing crazy. Now the JBL Charge 5 is a little $250 speaker, but it's got a 40 watt speaker. That's crazy, and the bass difference between these two is worlds apart. You can't even compare the two. Obviously this piano has a lot more features. You can play music or make music on it, and the JBL just plays music. I'm just gonna play a little sound sample to give you an idea. Quick little interruption. If you want more exclusive content with more detail in it, where I go more into detail and things that I usually cut out of these videos, consider becoming a channel member. Right now I have one tier that gives you exclusive content, more detail, and also updates on what videos I'm working on and what's coming next. Let's get back to it. So I don't know if the microphone did justice, but there's a pretty significant difference there in audio quality. JBL is also very big on bass, so they really amplify the bass a lot. Whereas the DGX is more neutral. It's not so quite focused on bass. There's a bit of equalizing you can do, but not very much. So that was a quick video on comparing the two. I thought it was a bit interesting to compare a $1,000 piano versus a $250 Bluetooth speaker and just compare the audio quality. If you like this video, consider watching another one. Here is one on the JBL Reflect Flows. I've been using those for over 2.5 years now, and here's my honest review on those.